3B workout. Now, for this workout, you're pretty much gonna need like almost everything. So for this workout, you will need the big exercise ball. If you do not have the big exercise ball, no issues. Grab a chair, go near a couch, have a bench, have something nearby. And if you don't have anything nearby, I will still show you what you can do without any of those. But you will also need a core ball or a Pilates ball. If you have one of those, if you don't, grab a pillow or a rolled up towel. You will also need bands. Glute bands are fine. If you have any SPD issues, forego the bands, that'll be fine. You also need dumbbells. And if you do have something that you can sit on, like a chair, a bench, or if you want to stay with the ball, stay with the ball. You do have some work on the ground, 1-2 exercises. So if you have something like a Bosu ball, use it. You can also use the big exercise ball for it. Or you can just put a pillow or some blankets or something underneath just to prop your upper back off the ground, okay? So with that being said, grab that checklist and grab all that stuff, or go near it, or find something, or the substitute, whatever, and let's go ahead and dive right on into today's workout. If you have that ball, that chair, that couch, go ahead and grab it for me. We're gonna get started with some circles into 1. So good, nice little circles right here for me, okay? Just going around. I'll let you know when to switch sides, okay? But for today, we have a total of 20 exercises. We're just going straight through them, but go ahead and switch directions. What we're gonna do is the first 15 are gonna be normal exercises. The last 5 are gonna be primarily breath work. Not primarily, they are. So 2, 1, reach over and give me some good oblique work here. Now, if you don't have the big ball, you can do all this standing. All right, you can do it standing, you can do it sitting, you can do it on the ground. Okay. There we go. But all the exercises except for 3 of them. 2, 1, I want you to give me some pelvic tilts. I'm just gonna show you from the side real quick, okay? Right here, and tuck. Extend, and tuck. Notice how nothing, I'm not moving up here. It's just going up and down because of my tuck, but I'm not like shifting it, okay? But everything is 60 seconds. However, every 5th exercise is 30 seconds, and every 5th exercise is gonna be on the ball. But if not, again, standing, sitting on a chair, come right here for me, good 360. Keep those shoulders down. Let your ribs expand. Let your back expand. It's not just your belly, okay? Your first move, you're gonna have a break here before we start, of course, but it's gonna be a staggered press. You're gonna be in a half kneeling position, and we're gonna be pressing a weight out. And relax. So go ahead and grab that weight. I'm gonna show you what it looks like first. So you're coming down, we'll do one side, and then we're gonna do another move and come back and do this, okay? So kneeling position, 90-90 here, okay? So don't tuck it underneath of you, out in front. Core is nice and engaged. You're pressing the weight out and bringing it back in, okay? Right here. That's all you're doing, okay? So grab the appropriate weight for that. Afterwards, you are gonna be going into a mod plank, and we're gonna have the ball, pillow, rolled up towel between our knees, okay? So have those available. These are our 60-second moves. There is no break between these, just so you know. So we're going from one to the other, no breaks today. Take them if you need them though, okay? You have less than 10 before we go, okay? So I need you to make sure that your core is really engaged here, because it's going to help stabilize as you extend. Ready? Let's go. Stay here. If you can do this under a brace, do this under a brace, okay? Meaning you engage your core as you extend out and as you bring it back in, and you're breathing while you have it engaged. You're not holding your breath. And keep going for me. I'm going to show you from the side what it looks like, okay? So, form for this. Again, foot out in front, 90-90, 90-90 here. Rotate that pelvis. Stay strong here, ribs stay stacked. You don't lean back with this, okay? You extend out, core is engaged, and bring it back in. Don't let gravity lower it for you, okay? You're almost done. You're gonna grab that core ball. Go ahead and drop down, get that core ball, get your pillow, whatever it is. Come on to this mod position right here for me. And lift. Slow, 1, 2, 3. Inhale. So you do a very brief exhale. This is a 60-second move, by the way. Very brief exhale before you squeeze and then lift, okay? This is gonna help your pelvic floor get prepared for the load, and you do very slow lower, okay? You can also go up onto your hand if you want. Extend one leg out. Keep going for me. I need you to make sure this core is nice and engaged, okay? Again, right here, I want you to make sure that your hips don't rock back. Keep them nice and stacked here for me, okay? What we're gonna do next is we're going back to that staggered position on the other leg and press, okay? Keep going, and go ahead and come on up. Let's go, right here. Keep that good core contraction. Do not let gravity win here, okay? Now this does work your core, because as you're over here, now your body's trying to find its new center of balance, its new center of gravity. Gravity's trying to pull you down. Your core is gonna help try and stabilize not just your pelvis, but your spine as well, to help you not do any of this, okay? So, you're almost there. You're going back to that side plank, other side. So get that ball, pillow, blanket, wherever it is. Come on and get ready. 2, 1. I told you we're going fast today. So if you need to take the moment to get set up, do it. I don't want you to think, oh my gosh, we don't have any rest, and worry about the fact that you're not getting the full time in. Some of the moves you'll get the full time in, and some of them you might miss 5 seconds. It's okay. You're doing great. Now after this move, we're getting on the ball, and we're gonna do forward and back. So basically pelvic tilts, all right? If you do not have a ball, you can do this standing. You can do it on a chair, a couch. You can do it on the floor and just do pelvic tilts on the floor, or you can stand against a wall and do them against a wall, okay? 2, 1, let's go. Grab your ball, right into it. Pelvic tilts. Do you get there before me? That's good. Keep going. There you go. Nice and exactly. This is only 30 seconds, okay? So you're halfway done right now. After this, we're gonna go into a hip thrust or glute bridge, okay? I'm gonna get my bench out. I'm gonna use my bench for it. You can put a band on your legs if you want, but if not, come right here. You're coming onto your ball. Let me move this back just a little bit so I have some room. All right, or your chair, your couch. You want your upper back on the ball, on the chair, on the bench, on the couch. Drop, rotate your pelvis, scoop it up. Right here, okay? Pelvis stays rotated. That's where you're gonna get the work from the glutes. You can have that band around your thighs. Actually, I'm not gonna get my bench. You're almost there. All right, now again, you can use the band on your thighs. You're gonna see this workout again in this 3rd trimester, so you can always add to it afterwards. All right, it's a little bit different on the ball. Your core is gonna work a little bit stabilize since the ball is gonna rock and roll with you, okay? After this, we're going down onto the ground. You're gonna do a bird dog. And let's go. There we go. Come on down all fours for me. Right here. Extend. Bring it in. And switch. You are alternating here. Now, for your next move, band is going to be needed, okay? So, you keep going. I'm going to get my band and just move it over here. You're doing good. So, I'm talking, you keep going. You're going to place the band right above your thighs, okay? So, just know you have less than 20. When we go into that, what you're going to do is get into a half squat position. Your feet are going to be together. With your knee into that band. Okay? So, 2, 1, let's go. Band up. All right, you're coming down. It's okay, take your time. Feet are together here. Half squat, up on your toes and press out. Press out, alternate. All right, if you want more range of motion, take it back a little bit to where your toes line up with your heels. And there. Now this might not be comfortable if you have SPD issues. So drop the band and keep your foot up here. All right. Go ahead, keep alternating. Keep alternating. Stay in this half squat for me. Stay in this half squat. You're doing great. We're going on to our backs for this next one. Now again, if you have a rolled up towel, pillow, cushion, use it to prop up your upper back if laying on your back bothers you, okay? We're going to dead bugs. 2, 1, drop that band and come on down for me. On your side, then roll over. Right here, rotate your pelvis, right here. Now if this is too much, drop one leg, whatever leg is up, is the leg you're going to move. All right? Try not to kick anything. If you want to challenge here, grab some light dumbbells and hold them in your hands. Keep going for me. After this, you're grabbing that ball. We're gonna go side to side, okay? 30 seconds on that side to side. If you don't have anything, stand up and just go side to side with your hips. Or sit down on your couch, your chair, whatever you're using. All right, 3, 2, 1. Let's go side to side for me right here. Rock it side to side. Great for helping with baby. This is something that I love to do throughout my 3rd trimester. All these ball things that we do in this 3rd trimester, I love them. Any exercise that we do something on this, I love those. I did it all throughout my labor too. Did a lot of ball work. And come on down to the ground for me. You're gonna lay on your side. If you have a pillow or something, put it between your legs, right here. Bring them up, all right? Thigh press right now. All right, I want you to squeeze that ball. Your thighs and your knees are battling it out, okay? If pressing into the ball is messing it up for you, don't do that. But I want you to think my knee is trying to hit me in the face. I'm trying to push it away. So you should be shaking because you are pushing your hands and knees together as hard as you can. If you need to, put a pillow or something here. Keep going, breathe for me. Don't hold your breath throughout this, okay? We're going into a bear lift next. You're gonna keep the ball or pillow, rolled up towel, whatever you have right where it is. You're gonna go into a quad position, engage your core and lift up. 2, 1, let's get into that bear. Just pop right on up. Big inhale, exhale, squeeze and lift. Slow, 1, 2, 3, relax. There you go. this, you're going to grab a weight and we're gonna do some overhead marches, okay? It can be 1 dumbbell, it can be 2, it's up to you. Pick what you need for the challenge, okay? Overhead marches are great for the core because it helps stabilize. And not only that, but your core, your abdominals help lift up your legs as well, okay? And grab that weight for me. You're doing awesome. You're almost there. You are getting so close to being done, okay? So close. Right here. Now, as you march, what I want you to think is you don't want to do this. All right, I want you to think I lift up and I step right underneath. Up, right underneath. And not only that, but you're not opening up. We're at baby nut hug. Keep those ribs down and stacked. Now the weight overhead. Anytime you are lifting weight that's either here or up here, it's actually making your core work more to stabilize. All right. Next, you're going into a kneeling hinge. Let me show you what it looks like. You're gonna come on down to the ground. So you're gonna use weight, it's gonna be extended out in front of you, not directly near you. It's basically like an RDL, but from your knees. Ready, come on down. Right here, hinge at your hips, and then squeeze to come back up. Weight's out here, it's gonna go out at an angle, and then it's gonna come back in. Out at an angle, and come back in, okay? Now what I want you to make sure of, your shoulders are out of your ears. Your glutes do not touch your heels. Core is engaged. Right here. Pelvis is slightly rotated. Squeeze those glutes to come up. As you're doing this, you are hinging here and coming right back up, okay? Now if you want, you can hold the weight at your chest. So you can go a little bit more with that hinge and come back up. But remember, you're not sitting down, shoot it back. Think I am trying to go above my heels to touch the wall, all right? Now, go ahead, grab that ball, grab that ball. We're doing some internal rotation here, all right? Right here, in, out, in. There you go. Now I am going to give you a little bit of a breather before we go into the breath work, okay? All right. Now the breath work, like I said, it's 5 moves, but all of those moves are 60 seconds, okay? And relax. Okay, so your first one that we're going to do, and if you want to stay sitting for this, feel free. Laying down on the ground is going to be a lot easier. So pick and choose what you want, okay? We're going to do 360 breath work first. Then we're going to do some TVA work, TVA endurance, pelvic floor endurance. Then we're going to go to a quad sit back, okay? 360, here we go. Now I know we already did this in the warm-up, but I want to do it again, okay? I want you to think I'm nice and tall. I have a string pulling me up. My ribs are stacked over. Wrap your thumb around to the back side and this part on your ribs. Use your hands for feedback here, okay? If you need to, sit up against a wall. Feel your back expand into the wall. If you're laying down on the ground, think about your back going into the floor on that inhale. You're doing great. After this, we're going to go into the TVA. So you're doing this 360, but on the exhale now, you're purposely going to engage your pelvic floor, bring those TVAs in like a corset, and zip up that rectus abdominis, okay? Ready? Here we go. If you make audible noises, it does help, okay? Now you want to think about your pelvic floor gathering together, then your lower TVAs, mid and upper coming in like a corset, and zip up that rectus, okay? should feel like when you are engaging your pelvic floor. There's tons of different things that people will say. So think of what works best for you. Some people will say picture the front of your pelvis and your tailbone coming together and your sit bones coming together. Think of you drawing up a tissue paper and it coming to that point. Think of like the parachute. That's what works for me. Go ahead, TBA work here with the endurance. So you're going to exhale all that you can and then hold this contraction and take little half breaths. You're trying to keep everything here engaged and contracted still while you do those half breaths. And on the exhale, those half breaths, still try and see if you can engage just a little bit more, but hold this contraction. If you feel like, oh, my pelvic floor is losing it, it's getting fatigued, my TBAs are getting fatigued, relax and join again, okay? I'll talk more about the engaging of the pelvic floor when we're done with this, okay? What we have coming up next is pelvic floor endurance, okay? And here we go. So big 360. Now what I want you to do is hold it 1, 2, 3, and exhale the rest. And engage that core. So what you're doing here, keep doing that. That audible actually helps your pelvic floor to engage a little bit more. So that's why I say to do it. But that helps bring your pelvic floor up, and then you're holding it under tension with that pressure, which pelvic floor helps maintain, for about 3 seconds. If you can, go for 5 seconds. And then on the exhale, you're finishing that contraction of every muscle, okay? We're gonna go to the ground in 3, 2, 1. Come onto all fours. It's basically like a child pose that you're about to do, but it's a sit back. So all fours here. Inhale as you sit back. Exhale as you come back up. The wider your knees, the more your pelvic floor is going to get out of this. Almost there. And relax. Good job. All right, if you have that ball nearby, I want you to grab it for me. If not, use your chair or just do this on the ground, okay? Right here, extend out and just relax into it. I want you to get your knees out as wide as you can. Walk side to side here. There we go. But back to the pelvic floor that I was trying to talk about. So like I said, you can picture the front and the back of your pelvis as well as your sit bones coming together. Think of like you're picking up a tissue and it comes to a point, and when you put it back down, it expands out, it comes up. I like to think of when we were in elementary school, we had like one of those big parachutes. I'm pretty sure almost every kid who's around my age, when they were kids, they had this in elementary school, but I could be very, very wrong. We had that giant parachute, and you'd always lift it up and run underneath, or you put the balls on it and you try and make them pop. Well, I think of it like when it's laid out on the ground, it's relaxed. That's your inhale. On the exhale is when you're lifting it up to run underneath. Other things people say, imagine sucking a blueberry up through a straw. So it really just depends. If you have something going on with your pelvic floor, more than likely you're not going to be able to feel it much. So it's going to take practice. It's going to take a lot of release work, just a lot of getting it back underneath. Go ahead and relax with that. opposite side. It's just gonna roll over here. Okay, come on down here for me. Nice little butterfly position. Trying to make sure this doesn't come over here. So definitely making sure that you're getting that work done. If you don't, go see a pelvic floor physical therapist or physiotherapist. If you have one-on-one with me, because I have some clients who do one-on-one and these workouts at the same time, so I just want to point that out there. We can work on it together. I can't do any internal release work. I can tell you what to do for release work outside of the body, but I myself can't do what a physical therapist or physiotherapist can do by actually like doing internal release, which is the best. It does not harm the baby, I promise. But you do want your pelvic floor, as you get closer to giving birth, stick one leg out for me here. You do want your pelvic floor to be able to relax, but also be strong when it needs to be strong when it comes to labor and delivery, okay? And switch. Good job. Just come up here and sit for me. Really stretch over where it feels comfortable. And the other side. Really breathe into that side. And good job, coming up. And that is it for today. Now, I know it was really fast, right? But here's the thing, you're gonna have this workout again later on in the program, and then you're gonna repeat it as many times as you repeat this third trimester, okay? So that is your chance you're gonna get used to the moves, so you're gonna be able to hop into them a lot faster, but that is your chance to also see, what can I do a little bit more? Can I challenge myself in some area with this, okay? So with that being said, thank you for joining me. Thank you for pushing yourself today. I cannot wait to work out with you again. You are doing so, so great, mama. It's almost here. It's almost here, okay? You are doing awesome. I will talk to you again very, very soon. Have a great day, night, week, weekend, whatever it is for you. And I will see you very soon.